Backlog trophies, am I right? We all have them, they are unavoidable. They haunt us, they hang over us, a reminder of what could be. I realise that my mad quest for a higher percentage has left me with the worst of the worst. The trophies that were too hard, too annoying, or just generally bothersome for me in some way. These trophies are the backlog ball breakers, and these are the games that broke me. They say time heals all wounds, but really it just makes you forget how bad the pain was, which is the theme for today's backlog cleanup. You see, I have 3 games here, one of them at 97% completion, and 2 of them at 98% completion. So let's see what special type of madness broke me within sight of the finish line on 3 separate occasions. First up on the slab today is every trophy hunter's favourite game, Wolfenstein 2: The New Colossus. Responsible for more content creation than a shipload of Lego, there isn't a YouTuber alive that doesn't owe something to this game. Except me, I wasn't smart enough to record my gameplay when I did Mein Leben. Yes, that's right, I've already done the Mein Leben run to this game, but I didn't stop with the Platinum. I went right into the DLC packs, all of which also have their own Mein Leben trophies. And after a solid month of playing on fraying nerves, that was it, I was done. So here we are now with the ridiculous 98% completion, and all I need left to do is Gunslinger Joe's campaign on the Mein Leben difficulty. Luckily we only have to complete the final mission and it's not very long, so I jumped back into Do or Die difficulty just to shake off the rust, and I guess playing for a month straight and watching every single guide online really does leave an imprint in my brain because I was right back into the mix of this. I still remember each and every single step of the way through the base game Mein Leben run. That will stay with me forever. And really, in comparison to the base game, this is pretty simple. The only part that gave me any real grief is the final fight against the giant robot Citadel in the final arena. This is mainly because the area is a wide open space dominated by the said robot and an elevated side where soldiers like to spawn like the termites they are. There are very few places to camp or bottleneck the enemies, instead pretty much needing to face them all head on, which in permadeath mode is a decision that was made. Now I found 3 methods that each seemed the most likely to work against this final area. The first method is to fire off as many grenades as possible to break the rocket launcher arm of the Citadel, allowing you to safely run around like a headless chicken blowing away soldiers. This seems to be the most common method, but there is a lot of luck involved. The second method is very similar. This involves hiding under the stairs where we are safe from the big guy's weapons and unleashing everything into him to drop him, and then booking it out of there and running around again like a headless chicken killing soldiers. This can be highly successful or quickly suicidal, because if the Citadel is a step too close to you, he will cook you to death within seconds. The third method is new to me, I've never seen it before, but it involves hoofing all your grenades into specific locations in order to drop both commanders before they summon backup. This is an excellent method as it will reduce the number of soldiers to 3 for a quick and easy dispatch, leaving you with just the Citadel and the whole area to kite the bitch in. This method does require some pinpoint accuracy with grenades and extreme favour with the RNG gods. With these methods in play, I practiced just this end fight on Death Incarnate difficulty, and unfortunately none of them really showed any clear consistency of success. This is probably one of the reasons why I gave up. There are streaks here where everything runs smoothly, but then everything can change for no apparent reason. This is not difficult, this is just the tedious nature of repetition and the luck factor inherent as well. But I kept at it anyways because I was slowly getting better and quicker at the game. In fact, I was surprised at how little my adrenaline was spiking. Usually in runs like this, I'd be at high anxiety levels, but I don't feel any of that here. Not once did I feel a moment of panic or high adrenaline. Maybe Mein Leben really did break me on a chemical level. I tried close to 20 practice runs on Death Incarnate, either using the stairs method or the grenade method, both to limited success. But if I had ripped the band-aid off earlier, now it was just time to pull the catheter out and do this.
The fire was burning ever brighter inside me, but I knew I was in for a heck of a fight.
Alright, we're gonna can this guy in the head. Bonk! Take you down. Down you go. Oh shit, I've alerted them. That's alright. That's alright, I know what to do. We'll just jump this railing. We're gonna book it, take you out. Out of my way, buddy. Run, quick! Alright. Alright, quick. I don't know if they're following me or not. Pick up this upgrade. Pick it up! Pick it up! Oh, fucking hell, I'm gonna hide behind here. shit. Shit, that was close. That was... Usually I don't alert those guys, but they got alerted. Really, 40 health is not good at all. But they don't seem to have followed me to this area, so that's okay, that's okay. But I still really don't like... I'm on low health, this is not great. The next area should be okay, but... Ooh, this is not going to be a good run. Get your attention. Pow pow! Hide behind the crates. Whoa, whoa! Oh shit, oh shit. I've never had them shoot me. Damn, I was down at 2 health. Woohoo! Yeah, even with practice, that's what Mein Leben does. It just changes tactics on you real quick. I'm not expecting to survive this next level. There's no health and armor here. It'll only take me 1 bullet to the back of the head, and that area and this area will screw me over. Oh, got a little bit of health now. Let's see. Die. Run. Die. Yeah. Oh, no. Oh, go up it. Go up it. Okay. Oh, okay. That was good. They haven't shot me. Oh, they did. Oh, just before the door closed. Wow. Okay. 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 Well, there we go. I've recovered these last couple of guys. I've recovered. I've got 100 health, 100 armor, so I'm doing okay for the end. Got the grenade pistol. I'm just going to run straight for the stairs.
Oh, shit.
One of them, duck down, fire everything to stop him in his tracks. Okay, good. Yep. Yep, flames aren't reaching me, otherwise my health would be really going down, so that's a good sign. As soon as he goes down, I'm going to book it out of here. Oh, oh, they're shooting me. Shit, go, go. These bastards were shooting at me as soon as the Citadel blew up. They don't normally do that. I got down... Look at that, I got down to 1 health. Luckily, I have good knowledge of where all the health and armor are. Oh, super soldier. Yep, he's down. Good, he's down. No soldiers are there, so I'm going to grab some coolant. I think it'll be a moment. Yep, not too much. Yep, take those 2 down. Take you down. Take you down. Alright, now all I'm doing is just going to run back and forth in this corner. There's another super soldaten. There's another super soldaten around, and I'm going to try and bait him out. I'm just going to back and forth. Good night. Okay, where is this thing? There he is. Out of the way, out of the way. Okay, I just gotta bait him over here now. Soldiers. Where is it? Oh, he's behind the pipes. Okay. You know what? Fuck it. Eat some grenades. I'm gonna soften him up with some grenades. Oh, wait a minute. I heard an explosion. Ah, oh, got him. Oh, nice. That was only 2 grenades I took him out with. That was good. Okay, there's the commander gone. Remain vigilant. We're very close now. Boom, that's all of them done. Oh, good. Oh, good. My coolant is low, but I can make it to the door now, because that's the end. Alright, alright. Now we'll just get this final cutscene. But this actual Mein Leben run only took me a couple of hours of retries. Less than 10 attempts on this actual Mein Leben. I only got to the Citadel twice. So maybe this isn't exactly a ball breaker, not compared to the main game. I doubt anyone would go into this unless they were a veteran of the main game already. And, not to make light of actual PTSD, but I feel odd about how I literally described symptoms I was feeling, and while I'm not claiming anything, shit. Alright, let's get back into something a little bit more fun, shall we? Wait, did I say fun? No, wait, I meant to say something that feels like being punched in the mouth, and that's how this mode got its name. This game is Tales of Iron, a Metroidvania, where you play as Reggie the Rat, who needs to rebuild his kingdom back from when the Evil Frog Empire came to fuck it all up. Think Hollow Knight, but with more vermin. I did this plat back in 2023, but never went back to replay the game on the hardest mode, known as Bloody Whiskers mode. I actually did start the game originally in this difficulty, trying to be as efficient as I usually am with trophies, but I never made it past the first boss. So in terms of games that broke me, this is on the lower end of the spectrum since I have only ever played it once and not been repeatedly humbled by it. Otherwise, it is very easy platinum, and having everything maxed out, I'm just going to go on a New Game Plus run. Wait, there's no New Game Plus mode? This has to be done from scratch. Okay, I see how it is. Who the hell decided rats communicated through recorder pitch?
He was about to come.
There he is, Greenwort, the leader of the frogs. All we got to do is beat him for the trophy. Of course, we don't fight him now. He's the final boss. That would be too easy. The mechanics of this game are all about correctly dodging, parrying, etc. like you would in any Souls-like. It's all just pattern recognition and punishing the enemies when you can. And if I remember correctly, Clubber was as far as I got when I tried it the first time around. Okay, not too bad against Clubber.
This thug of a guard frog wasn't an easy kill, but it was a sweet one.
Alright, I've fought a couple of enemies with health bars so far, but they feel like those types of bosses that will later just become normal enemies. My first real test came when I found Blocky Magoo. No, that's actually his real name. And I swear some of my attacks just decide not to work. Oh, what the hell? It's a dodgeable attack. I'm supposed to be able to dodge through it. How does he fucking snag me on the last hit point? Through it? Why can't you dodge through it? It's a fucking undodgeable... The red lines mean I have to dodge through it. Why aren't you fucking dodging through it? Why do you get snagged on it? Make sure you dodge, but dodging forwards is bad for me, even though that's what I'm supposed to do. And dodging backwards is bad for me, even... Don't you do it! Why are you not blocking? I told you to fucking block! Fucking hell! Why is the block knocking me back? I have spent an hour on this dickhead. Oh, can I get him? Harry, get him. Take him down. Ah, oh, fucking dodged through it. Get him, get him. One more hit. Yes!
The foul corpse of Blocky Magoo lay lifeless on the floor. He had croaked his last orders.
Fuck you, you stupid fucking frog. On a lighter note, when I speed this up to double speed, the drummer in the background, it's just hilarious. Look at him go! Alright, I'm not going to do a full step-by-step playthrough here. I was originally only going to mention sort of the bosses that defeated me more than 5 times or more, but since that was all of them, just let it be known that each of the bosses are complete and absolute horseshit. And not only do the bosses stonewall me, but even the stupid minion encounters can hold you up. So most of this gameplay is just taking it slow and making ground slowly but surely in the quest. And unfortunately, most of that means accepting side quests and errands because we need money to rebuild the castle, and that's the only way to get money. Yeah, nah, I don't think I'll be drinking anything that comes out of a Beatles udder, thank you very much. Oh, and the side quests aren't really optional, because once you're locked into it, you have to complete it, you can't abandon it, and that's how I got stuck playing the next boss that gave me the shits. This is the Simulated Time Waster. That has been translated from rat language as Mozzie King. What is with this fucking diagonal attack bullshit? Yeah, oh great, good. So happy that that happened. Oh, what the fuck? How the fuck am I supposed to avoid that attack? It fucking clips me no matter how fucking... Because I can't seem to fucking dodge this bloody diagonal fucking sting. I'm trying to bait him to do other attacks, but it's not working very well. Bullshit! This is fucking bullshit. How the fucking hell? There is no way that I got clipped by that. Fuck you.
Stupid bug! You go squish now!
Hopefully the waves of Mozzie infestations would slow down.
Dude, I know what you're growing here, mate. Those aren't tomatoes, alright? I think I'm getting a contact high just being in this room. Look, I am the king, so I will allow it, as long as I get a cut. My memory is really hazy on this game, but the one part that I was really dreading were the arena fights, because arena fights are just stupid as a concept, and I was hoping they would be optional, but of course they aren't. They do seem weak to poison, and they actually went down quicker than what I remember.
Blasters make short work of most enemies. The king could get used to this.
I like to have a victory chug after defeating an enemy. Nothing like a frosty cold one with the still steaming body of your foe by your feet. Jumping ahead in the story, there is one last enemy that gave me trouble, and that is this fight against Shamoon. There is too many things happening on the fucking screen. I can't... My god. With all the zombie rats and my little mole friend, I keep looking at the wrong friggin' guy, and I keep dying because I can't dodge every single attack. Fucking hell. I'm wondering if it's called Bloody Whiskers because it makes me want to punch this enemy in its stupid fucking face. Oh shit, we're at the final boss. Wow, I legitimately forgot how close to the end I was. I might be thinking of an entirely different game, actually. Luckily, this idiot has a very easy pattern to trap him in, and I suppose it is not without its irony that I am a rat using cheese to defeat the final boss. And we all know frogs go squish when you step on them.
The war chief was dead, and the kingdom saved. But what did it matter if his brother was gone?
Yes! Celebrate me, for I am your king! Alright, another one down. Not too bad. I was expecting to take longer on that. The first half was very slow going. As I mentioned, some of the earlier bosses really had me jammed for a few hours, but I never felt like I couldn't do it. I was always making progress, slowly but surely, and the bosses were taking slightly less time to defeat each of them, even if they are all just a bunch of cheating bastards. So it might not break any balls, but it certainly got some raised voices from me. And now for our third and final game, we're going to go back even further to one of my oldest backlog games, Shovel Knight. I platinumed this one way back in February 2016, almost exactly 10 years to the day of playing this. And since then, I have sporadically returned to each of the DLCs, first completing Plague Knight in 2021 and then King Knight in 2024, so now it's time to take on Spectre Knight's campaign. Now, I have played this before, to a decent extent actually, because I have 14 of the 20 feats done. And this is what the last trophy involves, getting all 20 of the feats done. So let's have a look at why I left 6 feats behind, and see what kind of bullshittery they enter. Alright, so we have, again, for finishing New Game Plus, okay. It's pretty straightforward. No damage for finishing a level without taking damage. Hurry up for beating the game. Okay, speed run. Taking no damage from a boss. Yeah, that's just like the other one. For finishing the game while holding 60,000 of gold without replaying any stage of minigame. That one might be interesting. Okay. Scythe economy. Complete any recruiter stage using standing slash. Standing slash. Well, there's nothing here that looks awfully difficult. It looks like there's a few that I might actually be able to stack together. Starting up a new save, I played through a few levels to get a feel of the controls, and I found that there is just something wholesomely irritating about this game. I can't quite put my finger on it, but I just wasn't really feeling this game. Not sure if it's the weird diagonal controls that Spectre moves in, but this is what backlogging is all about, and what I need is a win or a progression, something to get me into the right headspace. So with that mentality, which is a positive mentality by the way, I went back to an old save to work on the simpler feats, and the first level of the game, the plains, is ripe for the picking for a few of these. So I knocked out Scythe economy pretty quick. I don't actually know how I didn't get that one already. I went over to Pridemore Keep next and spent some time battling King Knight, defeating him without taking damage to get untouched. I was trying to stack no damage onto one of these attempts, but I was still too rusty with the controls. It's not a big deal because I have at least 2 more playthroughs to do. Nope, my mistake, make that 3 more playthroughs. There are 3 full playthroughs I need to do because none of these playthroughs can be stacked together. Bugger. I'm going to hit up New Game Plus first, since I have everything maxed out and it should help me get more of a feel for the other runs and help with practice. Changes to New Game Plus includes limiting the checkpoints down to 2 each level, instead of 4 or 5 or however many they normally have. And we also combine our health bar and mana bar into one mega bar. Oh, and apparently it drains. Oh, great. How lovely. I guess that means I should be pretty quick and not dawdle too much. Occasionally, there would be some odd hitbox bullshit that comes with these side-scrollers, and the bosses all took a few attempts, but it only took me a day to get through the entire game, so not too bad, and that's another feat done. Now with 1 full run's worth of experience, I went back to the plains and this giggling little turd of a knight in order to finally get no damage. Done. The next run is going to be for earning Making a Killing, which is to have the 60k gold on me when I finish the game, and I have to do this without repeating any levels. So a few things I just need to be cognizant of on this run is, obviously I need to get as much gold and gems spread out throughout the levels. This includes all the little hidey holes and breakable walls and hidden locations. Obviously I can't spend cash on anything, I can still use my red skulls, but I can't buy cloaks and armor. I have to limit dying, which might seem like the most obvious thing in the world, TM, but when you die you leave behind these money bags, and if I can't retrieve these money bags, they can be significant chunks of cash lost. Destroying checkpoints gives big payouts, but I'll see how I go. I already have the feat for destroying all the checkpoints, so I don't know how I actually haven't already earned it at the same time, but whatever, let's do it. And the thing that works in my favour is that the game saves your progress in your hub area, so if I do fumble a level, I can quit the game and restart from the hub without losing much progress. Okay, another 2 levels done, and I'm just over 30k, which means I'm halfway to my goal, and there are 11 levels in total, and I've done 3 or 4, so it's looking okay. I must have some deep old growth cobwebs in my mind about this game, but it was here that I was starting to get back into the feel of it, and it was all started coming back to me now. And I would say playing New Game Plus first was a very good idea because these bosses feel much easier. I don't know if they're slightly more difficult in New Game Plus, possibly, but these bosses are going down much quicker, and this is giving me a lot of confidence for the speed run that I still have to do. Alright, I've hit my goal of 60k. I've stopped smashing checkpoints now because I'm a coward and I'm too afraid of fucking it up. But I also don't need to because I'm making enough per level that I'm getting over the 60k. So now all I have to do is keep it that way. I left this mine area. I really hate this part. It's going to cause me to lose coin. Alright, I have a really good amount, so I am confident that I can actually spend some cash to fully upgrade myself for the final boss fights. For some reason I wasn't recording this, but this last tower climb took me several attempts, and on one of those attempts I did make it to the end, but I lost about 20 grand in unretrievable money bags on the climb. I still had over 60k, but it was just over, and I just didn't trust the final bosses not to screw me around in some way. So I actually went back and redid the level again, because you don't get to 98% without being paranoid. This time ending the level with the money that I earned, that's where I am now. Okay, making a killing, that's done. I ended with over 87,000 and I spent about 10,000. Alright, speedrun time now, only 90 minutes away from another shiny trophy. And again, I can quit out of the game if I have a bad run per level. This does add a little bit of time to the clock, but less than what I would lose screwing up stupid platforming sections. And I don't really have much else to say about this, it was pretty straightforward. The only problem I really had was the final boss, and I don't know if it's because I'm on a ticking clock, but suddenly I'm Klutz McFumbles here. What are you doing? I didn't even know you could die here. Oh my god. And there we go, we beat it with 10 minutes to spare, so I was close but not too bad. And just like the others, I don't think this game is exactly a ball breaker, it just requires a little bit of practice. It doesn't particularly do anything unwarranted or scummy enough to be a ball breaker, unlike a certain other game that may have been on this list. So there it is, another 3 games to 100%, which puts me over at 401 fully completed games. I'm very happy with that. Now you may have noticed that I only achieved 3 trophies in total for this video, 2 silvers and a bronze. What can I say? The nature of cleaning up a backlog when you just don't have much left in the backlog to clean up. But you want the real numbers, so here they are. I started this off with a frog stomping 98.26%, and after collecting these 3 trophies for the pool, I am now at... Wait, not even 3 points moved? Well, that was to be expected. It wasn't going to move very far. Still, it does feel good to have them finally ticked off and completed. The Wolfenstein one is good because it definitely broke me, and Shovel Knight has been haunting me for 10 years now, so I'm glad that they're all done. And the next backlog video will have more than 3 trophies to collect. Maybe. So until then, I'm going to leave it here. Thanks for watching my slow descent into madness, and as always, don't forget to check behind the waterfall.